To welcome our next speaker, I am happy to invite Ann Molin here today. She's someone who's been featured on the Sustainamics. It's lovely to meet you here as well, Ann. Ann is a sustainability and innovation leader who accelerates ESG adoption and builds resilient green value chains. Looking forward to hearing from you.
Thank you so much for inviting me to join you today. It's an honor to do so. And my name is Ann Molin, and I'm the founder and secretary general of the Hack for Earth Foundation. And I'm also the co-founder of the Hack for Earth company. And I just wanted to start with this image because it really reflects very well what our values are at the Hack for Earth Foundation. Let's unite, let's act, and let's deliver, and together let's pioneer the possible. But actually, these words are from the Swedish pavilion at the COP28 in Dubai. But sometimes our views align. And that also, let's see if I can continue. Yes. As I said, this is me. And why am I here today? The reason you invited me, you also did an article on my work. I'm very happy for that. So I am the creator of the Dream Hack Build Innovation methodology. And what we do at Hack for Earth is that we use our hackathon method, the Dream Hack Build method, to create real solutions to the Sustainable Development Goals with hackathons. So basically, it's unleashing citizen-driven innovation with the power of hackathons. So these are some of the things I've done. Let's not get lost in that. So just a few words of where I'm from. So I come from Stockholm, Sweden, which is second only to Silicon Valley in number of unicorns. And you probably know that a unicorn is a 1 billion startup company, and this says something of this very small country in the north where I'm from. Only 10 million people living in the Nordic country of Sweden, but we are extremely good at innovation, so I'm very proud to represent my country here today. These are some of the Swedish unicorns from Sweden, just to give you an idea of what we do. And I'm especially proud to mention Lovable, which is the most recent addition, because Lovable is one of the most successful AI companies democratizing development skills in the world right now. And the founder of Lovable was actually the winner of my very first hackathon back in 2018. So that really proves that hackathon is a methodology that attracts a lot of very interesting people. So more about Hack for Earth and what we do and how this addresses the topic of today, green value chains and ESG leadership, and how this works together to create a future that we all need. So we are a global movement to create citizen-driven innovation to the world's biggest challenges. And using hackathons, as I said, we create real action on the UN 17 SDGs. And for some of you who might not know what a hackathon is, in just a few words, a hackathon is an event lasting a few hours up to several days, where people come together from different perspectives and disciplines to collaborate in team on challenges, projects, with the goal of solving specific challenges. So before the hackathon starts, you create the challenges together with the stakeholders, and then you do the hackathon. It can be online or it can be in person. This week, for instance, I did an in-person hackathon at the London Climate Action Week. And the winners of that hackathon are actually joining our accelerator already next week. And hopefully they will exit in only 6 months and be real solutions on the market. But we also do online hackathons that are much bigger than the ones you can do in person. So in the last 4 years, we have engaged more than 25,000 people in solving our planet's biggest challenges. And we have had participants from over 125 countries. I think we're at 128 as it is right this minute. So this map showcases the number of countries who have had representation in one or several of our Hack for Earth hackathons that we have done online. And all the countries in green are countries that have been represented in our hackathons. So I think this map really shows that this is a global movement where we try to connect people from different walks of the earth and different perspectives in creating solutions for a better future. Let's see. Yes, and we also believe that it's very important to work with a lot of partner organizations. So these are a selection of the organizations that we have collaborated with as partner organizations for our hackathons in the past. And as you can see, it's both UN entities and government offices, and also global organization companies like Ericsson and AstraZeneca and so forth. So we really believe that connecting these organizations is a key to really interesting solutions that also can have an impact for our future. Just to get an image of the core team at Hack for Earth, these are my colleagues who also wrote the book together with me. We have Mustafa to the far, I think it's your right, and then it's Love, Carolina, and Christopher. And yes, then how does it work? Just to give you a little insight on what this is. So you sign up as a team, or you join our matchmaking sessions to join a team, and then you have, usually we work with 48-hour hackathons when we do them online, and you create a solution to one of the challenge categories. And to your disposal, you have data sets, and you have mentors in all different kinds of expertise, everything from sustainability to cybersecurity to AI to ESG and so forth. And throughout the hackathon, these are available to you, and then you turn in your solution. That doesn't have to be a technical solution. It can be anything really that addresses the sustainable development goals. And then the jury decides who wins, and the winners in the different challenge categories enter our Build for Earth Accelerator afterwards. And the entire purpose of the Build for Earth Accelerator is to make the solutions come to life. So you can say that Hack for Earth has two primary targets. The first one is, of course, to create real solutions that addresses the global challenges that we have, and that they come to the market and bring value to people and planet. And the other equally important purpose is to connect people from different parts of the world, and also to tap into the, I would say, quite not explored force of citizen-driven innovation that I really think is an untapped resource on this planet. And we can't leave it up to the CEOs and the prime ministers of the countries to fix our future. Everybody needs to get involved, and this is our way of contributing to exactly that. Yes, so this is the DreamHack Build method that I talked about, and it's our proven published method. This is our playbook about DreamHack Build, so anyone can read it and organize your online or your in-person hackathon, creating solutions to what is important to you. Yes. This is a little bit about Dream for Earth. Let me skip this part and just go to the most important part, I think, is Build for Earth. So this is our accelerator that is especially designed to make really new solutions that come out of a hackathon and prepare them to go to market in as short a time as 6 months. So this is based on the most recent science on what works when it comes to startups. And it also involves a lot of work with the team itself and also with the leadership, creating the most, creating a foundation for the most important factor for any team to succeed. And maybe you already know this, what it is, but the most important factor for any team or any group to success at any task is to have psychological safety in the team. This is research made by Google back in the beginning of this century, and because they wanted to know what makes it really work. So that's why we put a lot of effort on that, except for, of course, things like business strategy and theory of change, and we have financing and lectures on how to grow as a startup and how to communicate and create partnerships. Yes, more about Build for Earth. Let me move ahead. This is our head of Build for Earth, who created the entire program and who went through all the research and interviewed innovation leaders all around the world to create an accelerator that really creates the value that we're looking for. Yes, and just to give you an example, this is our most recent hackathon that we did all of our own, and this was during the World Economic Forum in Davos, now in January 2026. And this was online, and the award ceremony was in person at Davos during the WEF. And these were the challenge categories, just to give you an idea what kind of challenge categories we usually work with. And these are the jury criteria. We don't have to get caught up in that, but we usually use the same jury criteria for all of hackathons, which are important for a solution to make it to the market. And more about this in our book, if you want to dive into that. Yes, and this is from the award ceremony in Davos, where we presented the Hack for Earth Cup to the winners, and in the 5 challenge categories: food, education, construction, health, and space. And all of them are now in our Build for Earth accelerator, and doing excellent progress in making their solutions come to life. Also, more info on the one of the winning teams that was also selected as the most likely to succeed by the jury. This is the team in the food security challenge category, Team Verdant from Nigeria, and their solution is farming as a service, and they provide the infrastructure, and the community subscribes to survival. And as you can see, it's farming, vertical farming, and it uses up to 90% less water than usual farming, and it's easy to scale across the countries in Africa and beyond. So they are doing really well. These are other examples of solutions that have come out of our hackathons that are now on the market. Just to mention one of them, ResiBlock is sustainable building blocks made out of plastic waste, and they are from Morocco. And now it was, I think, it's 5 years since they won, and only 2 years after they won the hackathon, they were present in 5 different Middle East countries with factories. And that, I think, is a very good, tangible example of a succeeding solution. Yes, if you're interested in more about what we do at Hack for Earth, please use and scan the QR code. And these are some key takeaways for success from our winners that I really think goes for, if you want to achieve absolutely anything, I would say the key things are to stay curious, say yes, and get things done. It really summarizes everything we believe in at Hack for Earth, to keep things open and enter several different contexts in order to make your solution come to life. These are some of our upcoming hackathons this year and beyond. We're doing a hackathon at the COP31 in Antalya, and then, of course, the one in Davos next year during the World Economic Forum. And very proud to say for the next one we're planning after that is in Riyadh during the Expo 2030. Yes, and I also want to mention, very last, I know I'm running out of time, it's a few more minutes. This is a project that I'm really proud of. And this is my new upcoming book called ESG in the Age of AI that will be launched in early August. And I'm writing it together with 18 of my experts in my network. So it's all about how to navigate this new era that we're in. How do we navigate ESG in this new era, this disruptive era, the age of AI? So together with the contributors who are experts in everything from cybersecurity to finance to governance to citizen-driven innovation to investment and so forth. It's some of the chapters. I just want to read some of them. It's ESG as a business imperative, governance, sovereign investment, and responsible AI, finance, investment, capital markets, and AI, food, health, and planetary boundaries. And that's actually Dr. Conrad Ryan, who were talking before me here, who is one of the co-authors for that one. And also another chapter I really want to push for, and that is on leadership, transformative leadership in the age of AI. Because in this era, it affects everyone and all sectors, the AI transformation. And that's why in order to keep track and to keep ahead with ESG and being on top of things, you really need to look at yourself and focus on how can my leadership move into this era in a way that is good for both my organization and, of course, for my employees. So really hope many of you will be interested, because I'm really excited about this book myself, because, as I said, I have 18 contributors from all over the world who are writing each chapter, and their views and their expertise is really exciting. Yes, see if and yes, this is the last slide. I hope I didn't know. I think I kept my time. And then I just want to finish with one sentence that really summarizes what we believe in, and that I want to send with you. And that is that there is no other future than a sustainable future. So let's all work together to make that happen, because there really is no other alternative. So thank you so much for having me, and thank you all for taking the time to listen and joining me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anne. I think, like you said, let's stay curious, say yes, and actually get things done. I was very interested in your word and solutions. I think if that's something that we could probably use across the planet, especially when we're looking at resilient food systems, because you're looking at something that consumes less water, takes up less space, and still can, help a huge population across the planet who really do need it. So thank you so much for your time. And let's all continue to dream, hack, build.
Definitely.
Because it's lovely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.